Have you ever wondered, as a veteran, can you ask the VA, Department of Veterans Affairs, a question or file a complaint? In today's video, I'm going to walk you through step by step how you can file a complaint or ask the question to the Department of Veterans Affairs. So stick around. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Dwayne Kimball, owner and founder of KMD89 VA Claims Consulting, United States Army veteran, and retired VA rating specialist. In today's video, I am going to show you how you, the veteran, or a family member of a veteran can ask the question or file a complaint with the Department of Veterans Affairs. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get right into it, and I am going to share my screen. So this is where you can go to the VA's website, and it's ask.va.gov, ask.va.gov. Once you get here, you'll see this. Okay, you should see the VA emblem in the top left-hand corner, U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs, and then it's going to give you a couple of options. You can create an account or sign in to start your message. Now, I already have an account created, so I'm not going to sign in, because when you do that, a lot of information, your personal information, is already going to be populated. Okay. So I'm going to make the second selection, which is start your message without signing in. So I'm going to click right here. And it's doing its thing. I don't know, my system is kind of slow today. Okay, here we go. So it's going to bring you to this page. Now, when you click the sign in account, it'll take you to a screen that'll give you some options to sign in. One is ID Me, or you can use My Healthy Vet or DSN login, and there's another option as well. All right, but once you sign in, you're going to get to this screen. Okay, if you go the other route and you click, let's just say ID Me, then it's going to take you to another screen. It's going to have your phone number, and they're going to send you a code. Then you have to put that code in. And once you put that code in, hit submit, it'll bring you to this screen. Okay, but nonetheless, you will end up at this screen. So the first question is, which category best describes your question? Click on it. You have several options here. There's a page 2 with some additional options: VA Center for Women Veterans, VA Center for Minority Veterans, Veteran Identification Card. But we're going to go back to page 1, and we are going to select compensation. So put a check mark there, click select. It takes you to the next question: which topic best describes your question? Click on the hourglass. You have some options here: aid and attendance, direct deposit. We're going to select filing for compensation benefits. Okay, check box, put the check mark there. Click select. Next, tell us the reason you're contacting us. Okay, got to drop down. Compliment. They may not get a lot of those based on some of the feedback that I've been getting for veterans. Question, service complaint, suggestion, town hall, or other. We're going to select question. My inquiry is a general question about me, the veteran, for the dependent of a veteran, on behalf of a veteran. So we're going to say about me, the veteran. How do you want the VA to contact you? You have 3 options: phone, email, US mail. Now, I did a video where I talked about filing a complaint with the VA White House hotline, and I'll link that video to the end of this video. So if you go to my YouTube channel and type in complaint, that video should come up. Okay. And in that video, I explained what I told the representative, and I didn't select for them to email me or mail me, because I figured that my question was not going to get answered, and they were going to say, hey, if you got any additional questions, call the 800 number. If you call that 800 number, that person is going to be oblivious to the person that sent you the email or the letter in the mail, and be like, We don't know what they're talking about. Okay. So I selected a phone call. I wanted them to call me. Now, what is your question? I already came up with a statement, and here it is. I submitted a claim for migraines along with an actionable and sufficient DBQ. My private provider completed the DBQ per VA regulations. Please have a supervisor from the regional office that has jurisdiction over my claim to confirm what's wrong with my DBQ and nexus, or as to why a CMP exam was requested. Okay, I'm going to say that again. Please have a supervisor from the regional office that has jurisdiction over my claim to confirm what's wrong with my DBQ and nexus, or as to why a CMP exam was requested. Since my DBQ and nexus are sufficient under one of the VA regulations, 38 CFR 3.159, subpart 4, C, subpart I, Department of Veterans Affairs assistance in developing claims that RVSR can rate I'm getting tongue tied. I apologize. The RVSR can rate with the sufficient, competent medical evidence of record, and a CMP exam is not warranted. Okay. So this is an issue that a lot of veterans that I'm hearing are having. They go out, they get a DBQ and nexus, they make sure it's sufficient, they submit it to the VA, and then they get a call from a third-party examiner saying, hey, you need to show up for an exam. And the veteran's like, wait a minute, I've already sent a DBQ and nexus in. Why are you scheduling me for a CMP exam? Okay. And the third-party contractor is going to be like, we don't know. The VA sent it over, so they told us to give you a call and schedule an appointment. So this particular 38 CFR, what it states is, if basically when you go to this 38 CFR, you go to subpart 4 CI, it states a CMP exam is necessary if the evidence submitted is not sufficient. So if you know that your evidence is sufficient for rating purposes, why are the VA employees scheduling a CMP exam? So in this instance, I want a call back from a supervisor to explain that to me. All right. Now, you're the veteran. You got to take some ownership. You have to make sure that your DBQ and nexus is sufficient for rating purposes. Okay. So scroll down a bit, click next. Man, my system is really slow today. All right. So now you have some information to fill out. John Doe. Okay. Mail. Daytime phone number. Veteran's email. I'm going to re-enter email here. Okay. And I'm not going to fill out the address information. Now, if you signed in with an account, this information may or may not be populated for you. Okay. But I'm not going to fill it out. I don't think it's necessary because I want them to give me a phone call. Okay. I only filled out the email because it's a required. If it wasn't required, I would only put the phone number, because if they get this, they may try and be slick and say, okay, well, we don't have the veteran's address, so we can't mail our response, but we got their email. We're just going to email them because we don't want to talk to them on the phone. Okay. So I think that's why they may have made that field required. Okay. So I'm not going to give them the option to put it in the mail. So I'm going to leave my address off. Okay. Here, you can put your branch of service, help them out. If you don't know your start date, it shouldn't matter. It should be in your claims file already. Put your social security number because that's a required field. Oh, put in the dash. Put veteran's date of birth. Let's see if we can pick a date. Yep. So we're going to go back. Oh, well, I'll tell you what. We'll just do this. About month. 01 22 1975. How about that? Should work. All right. Let me make sure I put my forward slashes in there so it doesn't. All right. So then we select next. Oh, wait a minute. The form could not be submitted for the following reason. Email does not match. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, they got me. Left the L out. Okay. So we have that. That information is still there. Click next. Okay. Okay, here we go. So it's here is just finalizing everything that we already filled out. Okay. Which category best describes your question? That's complete. Which topic best describes your question? Tell us the reason you're contacting us. How should we get in touch with you? By phone. My inquiry is about the veteran. The question that I had, are you a veteran? Yes. And then put John Doe, but that would be your information there. Okay. And then to make sure that we're not a robot. Oh, wait a minute. HAKXNQM. Oh, yep, that's right. M. So then you hit submit. I'm not going to hit submit because I don't want to generate an inquiry, okay? Because they wouldn't know who I am because it's a John Doe. But this is the way that you can ask a question, or you can put it in a form of a complaint. Tell them, because they didn't give an option of complaint. But you can put it in the form of a complaint. Mine was a question, but the main thing, I wanted a supervisor to contact me, okay? Now, in the past, when I did the VA White House hotline complaint, it was about 48 hours and the supervisor did call. They were super nice. She was really nice. She explained everything to me after I explained her what my complaint was. And I actually got some resolution in less than 2 weeks. Okay. But when I got on the phone, even though I was a little bit upset, I didn't show any anger because I didn't want to put that person in a bad spot or, bad mood. Okay. But I get it. A lot of veterans are upset because of, several different things that the VA is not doing. You don't feel that they're paying attention. But this is a way that you can go to their website and ask a question, file a complaint. And you can see some other things that you can select as well. Okay. So I hope you found this video very informative and educational. So as always, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification button, and don't forget to share this video with your fellow veterans. Thank you.